I should have made a left turn at Albuquerque. I knew I should have taken that left turn at Albuquerque. I knew I should have taken that left turn at Albuquerque. I should have turned left at Albuquerque.
Hi, this is John Harch, and we have a Left Turn at Albuquerque update for the announcement of the cartoons included on Looney Tunes Collector's Vault Volume 1. We got 50 shorts that go over, so let's get right to it. For Disc 1, aka Collector's Choice Volume 5, we start with Bars and Stripes Forever, a one-shot from 1939, directed by Ben Hardaway and Cal Dalton. Next up, Beauty and the Beast from 1934 by Friz Freleng. This one was on Max, back in the good old days. A Day at the Zoo. I mentioned this on Volume 4 as hopefully one they'll be doing soon. This was another 1939 short, this time by Tex Avery and with the early Elmer, or Egghead. You decide. The Dixie Friar, also mentioned this one quite a bit. This is from 1960 by Robert McKimson, one of the missing Foghorn Leghorns. Double or Mutton? Now, this is odd. This was just on Collector's Choice Volume 4. Turns out Warner's needs to do a little bit more work on their quality assurance. As we dealt with on Top Cat. We will be getting a double dip by mistake, but they will address it, so we'll deal with that in a little bit. They probably could have avoided it if they looked at the Collector's Choice Volume 4 thumbnail I have right here. Each Dawn I Crow. We mentioned this on Elmer's So What's Left. This is from 1949 by Friz Freleng. Easy PECKIN'S, a 1953 one-shot by Robert McKimson. This one a lot of people have been asking for. Feather Dusted from 1955, another missing Foghorn Leghorn by McKimson. And this one has a little issue that we mentioned, so we'll see what it looks like. Fox in a Fix, another McKimson one-shot, this one from 1951. This one was actually just on MeTV recently. Goodnight Elmer from 1940 by Chuck Jones. I've been waiting for this one for quite a while, even though not a lot of people seem to be fans of it. It's something we got to get out of the way. Speaking of waiting, the Goofy Gophers from 1947, started by Bob Clampett, finished by Art Davis, and the closest you'll get to a Bugs Bunny short on this disc. I'd Love to Take Orders from You, a 1936 one-shot by Tex Avery. I think this was on MeTV in the past year. A Kiddie's Kitty. This one caused an edit in the next episode. This 1955 Friz Freleng short is with Sylvester. Let It Be Me, another 1936 one-shot, this time by Friz Freleng. A Fox and Hounds from 1940 by Tex Avery. This was just on MeTV and desperately needed the upgrade. The lone Daffy on this disc is Quackodile Tears from 1962, featuring the return of Art Davis to the director's chair. Now we get 4 Chuck Joneses in a row, starting with Ready, Woolen, and Able from 1960, featuring Ralph and Sam. Robin Hood Makes Good, a 1939 one with Chuck still in his Disney phase. Another Finally It's Here, the Squawkin' Hawk from 1942, first Henry Hawk and first time Jones and Michael Maltese worked together. Last one of the Jones run is Terrier-Striken from 1952 with Claude Cat and the Frisky Puppy. Now we get a couple of Sylvester and Tweety's by Freleng next, Tweet and Lovely from 1959 and Tweety's Circus from 1955. We go back to Chuck Jones with Two's a Crowd from 1950, the first of the Claude and Frisky Puppy team-ups. And the disc ends with a couple from the Roadrunner and Coyote, both by Jones, Wild About Hurry from 1959, and Zip and Snort from 1961. The latter was on Stars of Space Jam in unrestored form, but we'll get it restored here. Overall, it's a very nice selection. We're still missing a few notable ones, along with a bunch of ones that really came out of left field on here. But we got a number of firsts that are finally getting taken care of here. Goofy Gophers and Squawkin' Hawk are long overdue. So we finally got those knocked out. So now let's go on to Disc 2, or Platinum Collection Volume 4, Disc 1. Ain't She Tweet with You Know Who from 1952 by Freleng, originally on Golden Collection Volume 2. Banty Raids from 1962 by McKimson. This was on the Foghorn Leghorn Superstars disc. Birth of an Ocean from 1947, started by Clampett, finished by McKimson, starring Daffy, originally on Golden Collection Volume 6. Bye Bye Bluebeard, a Porky Pig from 1949 by Art Davis, originally on Golden Collection Volume 3. Cattails for Two from 1953 by McKimson, the first appearance of Speedy Gonzales, just not how you're used to him. This was on Golden Collection Volume 4. Daffy Dilly, a Chuck Jones from 1948, that was on the Daffy Superstars disc. Another one from our favorite fowl, Daffy Duck and Egghead in Avery from 1938, that was on the Essential Daffy Duck set. GOPHERS with Roadrunner and Coyote from 1956 by Chuck Jones, originally on Golden Collection Volume 2. Gonzales Tamales from 1957 by Friz Freleng, originally on Golden Collection Volume 3. Hare Condition, a Chuck Jones experimental era short from 1945, obviously with Bugs Bunny, originally on Golden Collection Volume 2. Hair Trigger, yes, this one from 1945 by Friz Freleng from Golden Collection Volume 6, the first Yosemite Sam. Now Bugs and Sam are back in Hair Trim from 1953, also by Freleng and from the Bugs Bunny Superstars disc. Horton Hatches the Egg by Bob Clampett and Dr. Seuss, of course. This was on Golden Collection Volume 6. Little Boy Boo from 1953 by McKimson with Foghorn Leghorn, the first with Egghead Jr. This was on the Superstars disc, Barnyard Big Mouth. Much Ado About Nutting, a Chuck Jones one-shot from 1953, was also on Golden Collection Volume 6. We get a couple from Pepe Le Pew, both from his Complete Collection Superstars disc. Adorable Kitty from 1945, his debut, and Past Perfumance from 1955, both of course by Jones. Porky's Duck Hunt from 1937 by Tex Avery. This was on the Essential Daffy Duck, and Porky Pig 101 for that matter. Rabbit Punch by Jones from 1948, original Golden Collection Volume 3. We added it to the Bugs Bunny 80th set. Red Riding Hoodwinked from 1955 by Freleng with Tweety and Sylvester, originally on Golden Collection Volume 5. Another Bugs Bunny 80th set edition, Rhapsody Rabbit from 1946 by Friz Freleng. We may dip into the whole issue with Tom and Jerry here, plus a few more who like to use this music. Another Tweety and Sylvester Snow Business from 1953 by Freleng from Golden Collection Volume 2. Tom Turk and Daffy in 1944 Chuck Jones, we just did on the Hilarious Ham Superstar set. Two Crows from Tacos from 1956 by Friz Freleng. This was on the Foghorn Leghorn Superstar set. And finally, Zoom and Board from 1957 with Roadrunner and Coyote by Chuck Jones from Golden Collection Volume 2. Definitely nice to see a few of these on here. You know, Hair Trigger, Rhapsody Rabbit, Porky's Duck Hunt. I thought there'd be a few more of the series finishers on here, so maybe they're holding them off until next time. We'll go back and see how we did with our guesses that we did at the end of Collector's Choice Volume 4, and maybe lay out some future ideas. I mean, maybe not all 50, but like, you know, maybe 10 to 12 for each disc. We'll give it a shot. Now, the Double or Mutton Double Dip will be addressed on Volume 2, Disc 1. It'll have 26 shorts instead of 25. Provided that Volume 1 sells well enough and it doesn't get canceled. George actually mentioned that on the Extras podcast. So as soon as the pre-orders come up, just make sure you click them, you put in your credit card, and on June 17th, provided it doesn't slip, we'll all have it in our hands and enjoy it. This is really exactly what's needed to put out both the stuff that hasn't been on home video before and to upgrade the stuff on the old DVD sets. So, you know, we're in a good place here. Let's keep it going.
I knew I should have made a left turn at Albuquerque. I knew I should have taken that left turn at Albuquerque. I knew I should have taken that left turn at Albuquerque. I should have turned left at Albuquerque.